Ray Renn stand. He once told me that he was going to name a wing of his house after me. Because Cookie and I had spent so much money. But what drew us here, what drew all of you here, what drew all of us here, sure, the tomatoes are great, the zucchini, okay. But what drew us all here? It was a spirit of community. That's why we're all here today, because this place and these people mean so much to all of us as members of this community. And that's why this market has been so special for so long, for so many of us. And Ray Renn was the beating heart of this market. Along with the Watkins and along with John Paul and along with all the old timers. I knew Bryce and Francis. Bryce was about twice Ray's size, and his voice was about twice as loud. You thought Ray was loud. Bryce could fill this place with his voice. But I'm so glad that we've had this moment together, because look at, this is not the Bethesda we all grew up with. Look at all of these buildings. And yet right here is the history of our town, the history of our community, and the connection we all feel through Ray and through all the other wonderful vendors we've all been so fortunate to know for so many years. So thank you all for coming. And when you think about this place and the community we all share, think about Ray saying, fill in your name, Mr. Roberts! So good to see you, and so good to see all of you. Thanks.
Norm, paging Norm.
I've known a lot of you. I've known some of you. I've known none of you. But you've all been part of this market from day one until the day it dies, which will be never. Because things like this don't go away. They just continue. And they continue through generations. Ray was a generation. Ray was a generational character. You always got a kick out of people with the famous dollar boxes. They'd look at one mushroom, and you're getting a box of mushrooms for $1. And they'd say to him, or they'd say to me, or they'd say to Rolando, or they'd say to Heather, this mushroom, I don't want this one. I want this one from this one. It's probably, I think I can speak for John Paul in this case, which is why he never did dollar boxes. We thought of it as, it's a community, it's a life. And it's a life that will always endure. Ray was an enigma. For all he could be good, he could be bad too. I can't tell you the number of times, there's always a little bar right there next to this community market. And I can't tell you the number of times when we closed down, we went to that little bar, regardless of the bartender being able to spell cat without being spotted 5 letters, regardless of whether or not it was, at least the bathrooms are clean, regardless of the fact you could eat the food, because most of the time you couldn't. But we went and we enjoyed what you would refer to as a adult beverage. Maybe more than one. When I cooked, my wife made gazpacho, if I did beef stew or I did chili, it's, you know, if you're gonna make 4 portions, you might as well make 14 portions. So when I came through with a bag, would come through the market and walk in and get the refrigerator and say, what am I having for dinner? And I said, "We'll figure it out when you get home. But if you leave it on the counter, you won't get it again." He was a soul. He was a human. He was my friend. And I'll miss you the day all. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Norm. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share? Well, that's fine. We can talk some more later, but I wanted to just take this time, as our service is now coming to a close, we want to thank each of you for helping us to remember Ray and celebrate his life and send him forth to his beloved paradise. Now, I was going to play Irish Blessing, but it doesn't seem to play so long. So, Sonia, would you like to sing your song? I lost track of you. Where did you go? Sonia has so graciously offered to sing for us today. The music isn't playing loud enough to hear, so.
I don't know that song.
You don't need that?
No, I said I don't know that song.
No, you can sing.
Sing anything.
We're gonna sing. Okay. Thank you so much.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, but deliver us from evil as we forgive those who trespass against us. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Together. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Beautiful.
I believe there are some refreshments inside the market. I'd love for you all to spend some time chatting and just reminiscing about all the funny Ray stories with his devilish grin. Thanks again so much for coming.